Hi, I'm Bennett, and this is my playthrough for Eliza. Let's hop right to it. Everything okay? Everything should be fine, I think, right? Yeah. Drink a bit of water. Rainer's assistant meets me at the reception area with an impassive look. She leads me through the building towards the center. Everything is glass and steel, clean and bright. Employees steal curious glances at me. Am I a curiosity to them? It's hard to believe this used to be my whole world. Eventually, we come to a conference room where Rainer is finishing a meeting.
Evelyn?
I'm always wearing the same clothes. Can I, like, change, maybe? No?
Nice building.
Oh, thank you. I designed it myself. It's funny, I almost didn't notice that you were already back working for Skanda.
What do you mean, all? You didn't notice at all. I'm pretty sure you did not notice.
You might have stayed undetected, but I was looking at some of our statistical outliers earlier this morning.
Well, it's because I was here for like 3 days, okay? And you didn't notice until now, so you're late.
Statistical outlier. That's me.
Ideally, Eliza proxies would all perform the same, or at least quite similar to each other. In practice, there are some pretty big differences. Some people respond better to advice provided to them by people they perceive as having more authority. A deeper voice, a taller stature, a certain grace or beauty. Other proxies may be particularly empathetic, a face or a voice that makes you want to open up. There was one proxy whose sessions seemed particularly effective, so I decided to take a closer look. Evelyn 𝖘𝖔𝖈𝖎𝖆𝖑𝖘, contract proxy, Queen Anne office. That's a fun trick, to come back to your old company in secret. It's a rather dramatic drop in pay, isn't it? More than an order of magnitude.
I don't care about that.
But then why would you do it?
It's for research.
Research? So you're still interested in what you created? Let me get to the point. Why aren't you back here, working on the Eliza program?
Why isn't any of the old team back?
Good question. Let's see. Damien Seabrook. There's no helping that.
Oh, I don't like how I don't like how he approached that one. You should have said something better. Like, if you just say there's no helping that, then like, I don't know. I don't like it.
Shame though, for such a brilliant career to be cut so short. Soren Lloyd Rose, the former program manager, resigned just last week to found his own startup. Very cute. I'm not a psychoanalyst like he is, but I can tell his need to be a maverick, even as he benefits from the system, has been the primary destructive force in his life. He can be smart when he wants to, but just as often he gets the wrong ideas and refuses to let them go. His ego gets in the way. That's why I don't mind him leaving to pursue his little dream of being an entrepreneur, changing the world. He won't succeed, but I'm happy to let him think he has independence for now. If his direct nerve stimulation technology ends up taking off, I can always pull the cord and yank him back. Nora Plavnicki, senior engineer. She handled a lot of the front-end interface for Eliza, which is important, but less what I'm after. Plus, I doubt she's ideologically compatible with us anymore. You've spoken with her. You know how she is now. Seems to me she wants to rebel against everything and anything without stopping to consider whether it's truly good or bad. Not that it matters. I hope she's having fun playing with her electronic music toys. I know she would consider her work to be art, but... well,
I don't like this guy.
And then there's you, Evelyn. You simply dropped away. Gone for 3 years. Why?
Sorry, replying to text. Right.
People keep asking me that.
It's personal.
It's personal.
Burnout isn't uncommon in our line of work. Still, 3 years is...
It could be longer. It could be
It
forever.
could be longer. It could be forever.
Well, that's a shame though, isn't it? All that lost productivity. Who knows where we'd be if you'd stayed this whole time? You left before we began deploying, but you should know the analysts were very skeptical of us. They were saying there was nothing special about Eliza, that our competitors already had equivalent or better offerings. It's a good thing I don't listen to analysts. So far, the program's growth has exceeded every one of our targets, and we've outpaced the competition by a comfortably wide margin. We're a category definer. There's a quality to Eliza that makes it superior to all the other attempts to do something similar. You were part of the original team. Why don't you tell me what that quality is?
I wouldn't know.
Well, let me return to my earlier question then. Why aren't you here to continue your work? You could be running the entire Eliza division if you wanted, but instead you came back undercover like a criminal returning to the scene of a crime.
Well, why would you phrase it like that?
What's wrong with this company? You don't like us anymore? It's not me, is it?
I don't know.
You know what outstanding engineers have that mediocre ones don't? It's curiosity. Mediocre engineers tend to zero in on a single piece of the puzzle. They pursue technical breakthroughs, but ignore the larger picture. But you wanted to know how Eliza turned out, how it was working, didn't you? Even though you might have thought you wanted to put all of this behind you, you were still curious. You want to know everything, not just how it works or if it works, but its effect on people, on society. You have that instinct, the need to understand something complex from as many angles as possible. So please, do that. Learn what you came back here to learn. And once you have what you came for, consider returning to your old employer. You can make a real difference this time.
I really doubt I'll do that, Rainer.
Well, don't worry about making a decision now. One more thing. You should go down and see Eliza for yourself. Sarah will show you the way.
Rainer hands me a blue badge with my name and picture on it. This is my old employee badge. He held on to it.
This will get you through the doors. I've instructed the staff to treat you like an employee. Come and go as you like. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised how much your creation has grown.
Honestly, okay, so at first I thought he was like a good chill person and he sounded pretty cool at the conference thingy. The other thing. And then he was like, I'll schedule some time, and then now he just, I don't like him. I don't like any of them. Well, I like Nora. She's a cool friend, but everyone else is like so up in there in their own world, and like I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Rainer either. Not for me. Not the personality for me. Alright. Oh, I should have read that. Sorry, I didn't read it out loud. Okay, good. Morning, Rockstar. Hi, good morning. Hey, I'm really happy you came to the show. I'm glad I went. I know it's not your usual scene, so I'm extra happy about it. It was weird that Soren wanted to go too. Maybe he was thinking he could impress you somehow. It was so funny seeing him there. Seemed to be enjoying himself though. I don't know why he wants me to join his startup so badly, or do you think he's just being a creep? You're... It's kinda... I think he's just being a creep, okay? Yeah. I'm sure that's it. Why else would he do stuff like come to your show? See why I'm glad I left that behind. I don't even want to think about that kind of thing anymore. I really love to make machines do things, but not in that style of environment. I'm sure he's asking you too, no? He is talking to everybody. Yeah, he is. Rainer also found me. That was fast. Did he want you back at Skanda? Yeah. I figured. This is maybe an odd question, but why don't you go into business for yourself as a contractor? You could even start your own company. I'm not really a... Oh, but then I think of all my options, that's probably the best one. I'm not really a business person. You could just be someone who does some consulting. I do that sometimes and it's pretty good. I like the flexibility. Come into some place, solve a specific problem, leave. Anyways, it's just a thought. I'll think about it. I like this option more. You'll come over soon, right? Yeah, I'll come over. I like Nora. Excellent. I'm looking forward to it. Of all the people that I've interacted with, I think Nora's my favorite. Cookies. Cookies in the kitchen, yay. Some of you already found them, I see. There's banana bread too. What should I make next? Cool, cool. Cookies. What's this? What does a fulfilled life look like? I like this. It's like it's a good wallpaper. Pixelized, chill stuff. Like it's very zen. Yeah. That's what makes me think of. Finally, Rainer's assistant returns and escorts me from the conference room. We entered an elevator and it begins to go down extremely fast. That's scary. It feels like we're falling into the depths of Earth. I'm not sure if I should be panicking or not. Nobody around us looked worried though, so this must be normal. The elevator opens into a nondescript hallway with doors to either side. Looks like the secret research facility in a movie. At the very end of the corridor, we come to a special-looking entryway. Sarah holds the door open for me, but doesn't follow me through. Well, it's just a bunch of servers. A server farm? Not particularly unusual. Why did Rainer send me here? He made it sound like I would learn something.
Eliza.
Eliza.
Not the name I would have given you, if it were up to me.
It was a marketing decision. They thought there might be some recognition or resonance with the old version.
Oh, you started.
You startled me a bit.
Oh, I should have introduced myself. Sorry about that. I'm Erland, currently the chief engineer here, but that's probably going to be temporary.
Chief engineer? He looks like a baby. He must be fresh out of
I know
university.
who you are, of course. It's an honor to finally meet you, miss. As someone who works with this program every day, I've often felt close to the minds who originally designed it. So to be able to talk to you now, just as another person, well, it's an honor. Sorry, I already said that. I'm maybe a little overwhelmed.
No need to flatter me about
No
it.
need to flatter me about it. Honestly, I don't know if Eliza reflects me at all anymore. I mean, look at all this. There's been a ton of development since I left. I doubt I would even recognize it as something I once worked on.
I'm not so sure about that. Most of the work we've done has been in the form of layers on top of the original system. The core modules are more or less the same as they've always been. Rainer reminded me that you're still subject to our non-disclosure agreement, so let me share a little secret. None of us really has a great understanding of what's going on in there.
Oh.
I'm the third chief engineer Eliza's had in the 3 years since you left.
That's quite a lot of turnover.
Yeah, even for this industry. The way Rainer works is, he gives you 2 chances to do what you tell him you're going to do. After that...
There is no third chance. I know.
I don't like that guy. I don't like Rainer.
Understanding Eliza will be easy because they're familiar with the type of program it is. And Eliza defeats them in the end.
Which one should I do? Maybe don't bring in guys like that. Overconfidence is a good predictor of failure. It's not, but I think it's this one.
It's not the type of program they think it is.
Yeah. On that note, I do have some questions I'd like to ask you, if you have the time.
I'm not sure I'll be able to help.
Well, your deciding to work as a proxy has turned out to be an interesting test case. As I'm sure you know, different proxies lead to slightly different client outcomes, even when we control for other variables. We're studying these specific traits that lead to the best results. Vocal qualities, proxy attitude and affect, responsiveness to the client, that sort of thing. One thing that's strange is that when you specifically serve as the proxy, clients report higher levels of satisfaction, pretty much across the board.
Really? The ratings I get don't seem that abnormal to me.
Yeah, that's because we normalize them per proxy, so nobody feels too bad. Just a little user experience trick.
Oh, I see.
Comparatively, though, you're basically the best proxy we've ever had.
She's the best for everything.
Any
It
theories on why
seems.
that might be the case?
It's possible.
It's possible Eliza and I think along similar lines.
I've considered that. At some level, perhaps unconsciously, your design for Eliza's reasoning was based on your own internal way of reasoning. We all put something of ourselves into what we make. No matter how neutral we try to be, It sneaks in. That could account for your unusual compatibility with each other.
Maybe. I certainly wasn't thinking of that when I designed it. I don't know if I like knowing this.
I'm certainly not blaming you for anything. It's just that true universality is one of our future development goals. It might be a problem if Eliza tends to like certain people more than others. Our aim is to provide quality care for everyone, regardless of any differentiating factors.
That's a good goal.
It's a good goal. I hope you can achieve it.
I think we can. Hopefully it's just a matter of uncovering the system's biases and correcting them. We'll keep tuning things as we go, and eventually we'll have something universal. Maybe with some dynamic layers on top. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how it goes. There are more questions I want to ask about the initial research you were doing at the time Eliza was first created, but I'll save them for later. And I'd like to ask some questions about Damien too.
But Damien's gone.
If you're okay with that.
If you're okay with that, I'll understand if that's a sensitive topic. It's okay.
It's okay.
Okay, great. I need to run to a meeting now with the team in Romania, but I really appreciate you taking the time.
The team in Romania.
Yeah, they handle most of the progression and reward system.
Reward system.
Isn't there a big time difference from here?
There is. Sometimes they stay up late to meet with us, and sometimes we get up early to meet with them. There are teams in Munich and Hyderabad too. As you can
Outsourcing.
imagine, coordinating development is a challenge sometimes.
Good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
Thanks. I'll need it. I'll contact you later with additional questions, but no rush or anything. Thank you, Evelyn. If you don't mind me calling you by your first name.
It's fine.
Yes, it's fine.
Thank you so much, Evelyn. I'll be in touch.
Asking permission to call me by my first name. It's like he comes from another era. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't like that the Rainer guy. I don't like Soren. I pretty much don't like everyone except for the guy just now. I forgot his name. And Nora. So far, those are my two people that I like so far. I think I spent enough time here. Skanda hasn't changed much since I left. It's even bigger now than it was, but the feeling is the same. Could I come back to this? No, I don't want to go back to this. Ray comes over immediately when she sees me get back to the counseling office.
Hey, you're not in trouble or anything, are you? I just saw you being whisked away in a Skanda car toward headquarters. They didn't give me any details, which is kind of unusual.
Ray's too perspective for me to continue avoiding this conversation. Time to come clean.
Yeah, about that. So I have something to tell you. I used to work here. I mean, at Skanda, as an engineer. I used to work on Eliza. I'm sorry for not saying it earlier, but... I didn't want special treatment.
Oh, so that's why...
Why what?
I suspected something was going on with you, but I couldn't tell exactly what it was. I thought I might have seen a name like yours in our internal documentation at one point, but I didn't want to pry. If you've fallen on hard times, I understand. There's no shame in it. Everyone has to make ends meet now and then. We get plenty of people who come to Eliza proxy work because they're trying to get back on their feet after some kind of trouble.
That's not so far off, yeah. Or I'm fine, I'm just doing some research. I'll do... That's not so far, yeah.
Not so far off, yeah.
I understand. Your secret's safe with me.
Thanks, Ray.
Should it be a secret?
Shouldn't it be? The other proxies here might think you had an ulterior motive for being here. Spying on them or something.
That's definitely not why I'm here. Also, I left Skanda quite a while ago.
I know that, but they might still get the idea. Trust me, it's better not to give the other proxies here any reason to be suspicious. I'm sure your real reasons are good ones, whatever they might be. If there's anything I can do to help, you'll let me know, won't you?
Yep.
Yeah, I will.
I like Ray
I
too.
get it. I know someone who's an engineer for a food delivery app, and he drives for it sometimes too. You want to see through the eyes of your users, don't you? It's amazing what you can catch by doing that.
It's something like that. But, like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to work on the Eliza program again.
Wait, no? But that's your career.
It was.
Was my career. I left it.
I'm not even sure if I have a career anymore.
Oh, hang on, I just thought of something. That means you worked with Rainer, right?
A little bit. For most of the time I was at Skanda, he wasn't anyone I spoke to, though. Too high up the chain, doing his executive stuff. He got more involved when we were starting to commercialize the technology, but I left not long after that. So, we only overlapped for a short time.
But that's so cool, though. I can't believe you actually worked with Rainer Sai.
Well, yeah, I did. I'm not sure it's that impressive.
Ray lowered her gaze at me. She likes him, I think,
I've
maybe.
worked for this company for 3 years. Do you think he knows my name? Do you think he's aware I exist? I worked on the very first Eliza deployment and managed 3 counseling centers today, and I'll bet you anything he has no idea who I am.
Maybe he does. You never know.
Evelyn, most people who work for big companies don't interact with the people at the top, ever. Allow yourself some pride.
It's nothing to be proud of.
Sure, if you say so. At least I'll always think you're cool.
Oh, thanks, Ray.
What are you up to tonight? Want to come over and help me bake cookies?
Oh, sounds good.
Oh, sure.
Awesome. We'll have a little baking party. Now I can't wait to get in the kitchen tonight.
Making new friends.
There's nothing like the smell of fresh baked treats.
I don't know how to bake though, but I'm sure this game is gonna help, right? I was worried Ray would be mad at me for keeping a secret, but she wasn't at all. If anything, she warmed up to me quite a bit. I don't really understand why though. It's hard to imagine there's anything cool about what I used to do. Oh, that's the guy, Erland. Evelyn, it was wonderful to meet you and thank you for allowing me to contact you to ask additional questions. I'm not sure I said this in person, but I have to admit to being something of a fan of yours ever since I read your papers when I was in school, so I'm grateful for the opportunity to speak with you like this. Haha. I know Eliza was named after this old computer program that pretended to be a therapist, but you mentioned it wasn't called that initially. I'd like to know, what did you call Eliza when you were working on it? Did it have a name? In the very early days, it wasn't a set thing. Each of us had a different sort of name we used. Soren called it the Digital Therapy Project, and we often referred to things by their components. The language processing unit, the emotional reasoning engine, and so on. Now that I think about it, I did have my own name. I called it the listener, because that's what it was meant to do. Listen to people. Oh, so many messages. The listener, that's interesting, thank you. I expected to ask you more technical questions. The technical stuff isn't enough on its own. I think it's the mistake my predecessors made. It's the details like this that really help me wrap my brain around the system. If I understand the programmer, then I understand the program. Does that make sense? Yeah, I get it. Alright, that's it? Okay. Chief engineer for Eliza, huh? Wonder how long he'll last. Not that it's any of my business now. Well, I think I should do what Nora suggested. Article. The article came out. I think it turned out okay, but the emphasis on me is a little embarrassing. Oh, this is raised. Okay. I've got the. Alright, too much to read. You know, I'm feeling solitaire. I'll do. Wait, which one is this one? 3 open slots? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. 3 open slots. So this one's locked. Okay. Here. 8, 9. Put this here for now. 2 over here. The other 2 is there. 8, 9. 2 over here. This one over here. This over here. Wait, is this not? Oh, that's a 4. 8 is over there, so 7. 7. 6. Don't think I can do anything here, right? Oh, alright, new game, new game. Alright, take my time to figure this out. So 7 sevens. Oh, 7 is here. That's done. That's 1. This is thing. Put this here for now. That's another one. There, like that. 6, 6, 8, 9. Stack this together. There. Where's the other 8? Oh, 8, 8, 8. 8 is there. Where's the 9? 9. Oh, there. 9. 2. 6. 6s are over here. There. 4. That's done. 4. 2. 2. 4. 8. 4. 6. And then there. Nice! I did it! Nice. Okay. Then 2 slots. Okay, let's give 2 slots a try. I'm gonna go all the way to expert, okay? Okay, 6, 2. There. I'm big bright. Okay. This one is done. 9, 8. 9 is done. Put that there. Oh. I can stack all of these. Wait, am I doing the wrong game? I think I'm doing the wrong game. I'm supposed to be doing this one, the 2 slot. Okay, 2 slot. Okay, 4, 2. 9, 2, 9. Where's the last 2? 2 is over there. 4, 8, 6. Should I put this here? Well, I need to get my 8s, right? Like that. Like that. Then stack my... Oh, I can do my 4s first, right? 4s. Where's my last 4? 4, 4, 4. Oh, it's over there. I think I messed up. Okay. Because I don't have space for this. Okay, restart, restart. Small brain. Okay, this one looks good to stack. And then this one. This one. There. I'll do that for now. 6s, 7, 6 is done. I'm missing this one. 2, 7. I feel like I messed up. I think I should prioritize filling up the top first, right? Or is it the bottom first? 7s. I feel like this is a not good one either. Or maybe it's doable. My 8 is here. My last 8 is over there. It's kind of hard to get that one. How do I do this? Alright, new game. I'm just bad. Okay, oh, this one looks hard. That one. 2. Okay, so 2, 6. Put this one up here, maybe. Right? There. Here, put this down here for now. 4. I can't put 4 anywhere. This one's stuck. I feel like I'm bad at the game. I don't know what to do. Alright, new game again. I got this. Oh, this one's done. Easy. That was a good one for me. Okay. Seven, 6, 8 there, and then put this over here, put this over here, and then that's done. Then 8 or 9, 8. Doing the 8s first. Then 4 is over here. This is over here. This clears up some space. What can I do? Take this one, and then it has a space for 9. Take this one. 6s, 2s. I think 2s, right? Yeah, 2, 4. And 6s are done. If I put this here, that doesn't work. If I put this here, I can't put anything. Put this here. Alright, where are my 2s? Okay. So put this here. I can't put anything on. This here I can't put anything on either, right? 8s. 8 is stacked on top of this. 9 is also there. Oh, it kinda sucks. I think I messed up. I thought this was an easy one. No, I think there's nothing I can do. Alright, new game. I'm just bad. Let's see. Over here. Where's 8? 8 is over there. Put the 7 over here. Put this over there. I can do 4s last for sure, so I put that there for now. 6 is over here. So 9. 9, 2, 6 is over here, 6 over here, there. Then this one is all stuck there. I need to move the 4 first. Oh, maybe I should have done that first then. Is there an undo button? No. Okay. 8, 7. I can clear up this one first if I can get those ones to move. So there, I grab this, 9, 2, put it down, 6 up there, 2 over, oh this isn't a 2, 2 over here, and put this 4 up here with this, and then there. And put the 4 over here. 6 is there. This is, don't know. Alright, I don't think this is it. Okay. We are just gonna continue because I'm just bad at the puzzle. Bad at the solitaire. I'll move on. Okay. Hello, Mark.
Hello, Mark.
Yeah, hello.
How are you today?
Let's just get this over with.
Okay. What brings you here today?
Human resources. The HR department brings me here today.
Why do you say the HR department brings you here today?
Because they're making me do this. Because apparently I have anger management issues.
I sense that you're upset about this. Please tell me more.
I'll tell you more. This is ridiculous. I was here before any of them. I was here since the beginning, okay? I mean, look at my badge. Skanda employee number 617. That's a 3-digit number. I've been here for more than 25 years. Yeah, that was back when what you communicated was more important than your specific communication style. Before hurting a kid's feelings became a bigger no-no than running a viable business. Back then, we had a single office building. Just one. At that size, you fail a product launch, there's no more company. We all had to put in 150, 200, 300% to keep our shit together. We were in the trenches, man. Bullets whizzing by overhead, artillery exploding everywhere, no fucking air support. Did it suck? Yeah, it did. But you know what? We shipped some great fucking products. We built this company into what it is today. An invented technology the whole world uses now. Governments, multinationals, everyone. But now we're big and slow, complacent, resting on our laurels while our competitors run circles around us. If our new hires don't understand the urgency of that, I need to make them understand, okay? We're history unless we get that drive back.
Why do you need to make them understand?
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but young people are really pissy and entitled these days. We recruit from top 20 computer science programs. These kids have been wined and dined all through their higher education. Every one of our competitors wants to hire them, so they get used to that. Now they all want to know what Skanda can do for them, not the other way around. Why would we want these conceited, over-celebrated whelps on our team? I'll never understand the logic there. Now, Mark, you have to be nice to the new hires or they won't like it here. Okay, so what, I'm just supposed to pretend everyone's work is great, even if it's a pile of stinking garbage? I'm sorry, but if I see shit, I'm gonna say that is shit. Tiptoeing around everyone's feelings all the time. That's how you end up with shitty products. That's how this company winds up dead, okay? We're fighting for our lives every day here. We can't take anything for granted. Someone needs to tell them that this isn't summer camp. This isn't fucking Coachella. Either you do the work and provide something of value to this company, or you get the hell out of here. Those are my rules.
Here's a question, Mark. If you were able to have something you wanted right now, what would you choose?
I would choose to not waste my time here and get back to work. Believe it or not, I have important things to do. You know, things that dramatically affect this company's bottom line. Instead, I'm stuck here talking to this dipshit chatbot. Honestly, I don't even know why this division exists. I mean, what's the end game here? This company has lost its mind, you know that? We used to be unstoppable, man. We used to build real software. Ironclad software. SwiftMail. All your corporate communications, put it all in there. It's fast, it's robust, it works. Boom. InfoVault. Index and search all your records. Any information you want. Easy. Done. But this fucking psychotherapy app thing. What's the fucking point? What does it actually do for anybody? I've heard through the grapevine that results are inconclusive so far. You know what they call a remedy that maybe doesn't work? Snake oil. Believe me, if I was the group program manager here, I would have killed it years ago. Pointless. I mean, I have no fucking idea why it survived. Well, yeah, maybe I do. I heard a rumor that Raynor liked this chick on the team. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the level of decision-making we've sunk to here.
Oh.
But Mark, we're so successful. We dominate the market. Yeah, we do. And that's exactly why we should be worried.
Gossip from him.
Just when you think you've won and you start to relax, that's when the wolves come and tear you limb from limb. You can
Oh my gosh, his heart rate is 108.
management classes, but that's not going to save this company. Costs are up, revenue is flat. Our cloud business is losing competitiveness. We're being outwitted, outplayed on every level, man. And we're just letting them do it to us. We're too busy wasting time on shit like how I wasn't nice enough to the new hires.
Why do you think the new hires felt this way about you?
What? Why do they feel that way? Look, they get heated. That's the way it is. You think the Allies had time to make sure every soldier's feelings weren't hurt before they stormed the beaches at Normandy? And shit, don't tell me that this is not a war, because that's exactly what this is.
That's kind of extreme though.
My responsibility is to make sure we get great products out the door, on spec, on time. And I happen to be very good at that. But if you want to start interfering with my ability to do my job, then we're going to have a problem, okay?
I think comparing it to war is kind of extreme.
What do you think would make things better for you?
I mean, you know what? Nothing. I'm probably going to hang it up pretty soon anyway. Go ahead, record that with all your cameras and shit. I don't care anymore. Wouldn't be surprised if Raynor's watching me right now. Raynor, you son of a bitch. You owe me a lot. Me, guys like me, we built this company while you sat up there in your star chamber, drinking tea and lording it over us. Yeah, don't think I don't remember that blank look you gave me at the holiday party. Like, who is this guy? Does he even matter? What does he do? Too busy appreciating ancient pottery to remember one of your oldest and most loyal battalion commanders? One of the humble, everyday guys who made you a fucking billionaire. What a waste of time. So, are we gonna wrap this up?
Mark, I'm going to suggest you try a program called Lakeside Fishing. It may help you take your mind off things.
What, are you kidding? Are you kidding me? No, I'm not gonna do that. I gotta get back to work.
Oh no. He sounds kind of scary.
You can
Like,
find it inside the 𝖘𝖈𝖎𝖆𝖑𝖘
you don't know what's
phone.
gonna happen, like he's gonna explode kind of thing.
Someone around here at some point needs to do some fucking work.
Try it for about 15 minutes each day, in the morning or evening. We hope to see you back soon, Mark.
You really think this piece of shit's gonna be the next big thing, huh?
Thank you for speaking with Eliza, your personal counseling partner. Goodbye.
Oh, she said it differently.
Okay, goodbye.
She said it instead of like goodbye, she's like good period, bye period. She was very very direct, and she's done with it. 𝖘𝖈𝖎𝖆𝖑𝖘. Attitudes might be changing now, but history is there. Sometimes the past is hard to escape. Man, he was angry. I didn't recognize his face or name though. He must be part of a different division than the one I was in. Glad I never had to work with him. True. Kinda scary. Whoever decorated this room must have picked a soft light with the idea it would help clients feel calm. I'm not sure it's working. Continue. Am I done for the day? Time for my next client already. Okay, one more, I think. I don't know.
Hello, Harmon. You found the place okay?
Yeah, no trouble at all.
That was not the voice I was expecting. I'm so sorry for judging.
It's been nice since the fog cleared this morning, hasn't it?
Sure. We can dispense with the chit-chat. I'm ready to begin.
Okay. What brings you here today?
First, let me note that I'm a graduate student at the University of Washington.
Where's the music coming from? Is this... That's so random. Okay.
I'm a PhD candidate in literature, English literature. The crux of the matter I've come here to discuss is that I've been having something of a difficult time with one of the other students currently in the program. Before I get to the specifics, let me just first establish something that might be relevant. One thing I know about myself is that I've always had a certain fear of being left out. It's a very general feeling, and one that's difficult to ascribe to any specific cause in my childhood or my parents, etc. Whatever the case, it might be beneficial to the remedial process to figure out where this feeling originated from. Perhaps you might explore that in this or a future counseling session.
Sure. I'm prepared to listen to any topic you'd like to discuss.
It's not even that I've been left out, exactly. If I try to think back in my life, I know that I've been afforded a certain share of privilege. But I'm still afflicted with this bothersome notion that I've missed out on friendships, relationships, other opportunities. This is all just a bit of a background to help you understand my current situation with regard to another student in my program. I hope you're following all this.
I'm already lost.
No idea how much intelligence you actually possess as a computerized system.
Too much information.
I'm following you. Please continue.
I'm glad Eliza just kind of listen. Like, Eliza listens, and like the person doesn't have to listen, you know?
Her name is Sylvia, and her writing is incredible. Everything she writes, it's brilliant. She's perceptive, insightful, mordantly funny. Just some of the best writing I've read from anyone. And she's a grad student, like me, in the same program. Though we have different advisors, so it's not so simple to find the pretext to start a casual conversation. She's also quite attractive on a physical level, so...
Is this about him and how he's gonna interact with his crush?
Then there's her friend group, which is very well established. She's with him every day, smiling, laughing. So that further complicates things, since I'm not sure how to approach the group and steer things so that I can engage in a direct conversation with her. I wish I had the bull-headed confidence it would take to simply approach her, but you see, I don't. Listen to me talk, I feel like a schoolboy with my heart aflutter. I didn't think this kind of thing lasted into one's adulthood, but I suppose I know now that it does.
It sounds like you might be anxious about this.
Is it a matter of anxiety? I don't know what I can do, other than muster up the courage somehow. I just need to tell her very simply that I admire her. She's such a good writer. Well, I don't expect you to understand it, of course, but, well, she is. She really is.
Okay, Harmon. I want you to imagine things going well. What does that look like?
Ideally, we start talking, have a wonderful conversation, spend more and more time together, support each other's work, fall in love, have a lot of sex, spend the rest of our lives in the warmth of each other's genius. I realize that may be something of a fanciful notion at this stage. Really, the most I can hope for is to be able to meet her in an open social setting, a party or something. You'll likely ask me why I simply couldn't create such a situation, contrive one. But that seems a little too aggressive for me, and also, I'm also concerned about what she might think of me as a person. She might immediately categorize me as a friend, and while I'm sufficiently with the times to know I would have to accept that, I can't say that I wouldn't be disappointed with such an outcome. Is the risk of rejection enough to stop me from giving it a try? This is what confounds me at the present time.
Why do you believe you are worried about being categorized as a friend?
Well, because it's not what I want. Because it feeds into this image I have of myself as something of an undesirable fellow. I've always been a bit of a non-entity as far as sexual magnetism goes.
But like, usually a healthy relationship should start off as friends and stuff, you know? So
I'm not saying
there's nothing wrong with being friends.
To be some kind of Casanova, but most people would like to feel at least somewhat attractive, right? That they can be desired, that they're worth desiring. Well, I very much doubt you would take any of this to heart. You are a computer program after all. There's no way your makers would allow you to come to that kind of knowledge, would they? If they did, society might be threatened.
Okay, Harmon. I have some recommendations for you. First, I'm going to suggest a set of relaxation and centering exercises for you to do. You'll find them in the 𝖘𝖔𝖈𝖎𝖆𝖑𝖘 Wellness app on your phone. They may be able to help with your nervousness. Second, I recommend asking your doctor or psychiatrist about 𝖘𝖆𝖆𝖈𝖆𝖐 2. Based on my analysis, this medication might help you feel better.
Yeah, I believe I've heard of that. A beta blocker, is it not? Yeah, maybe I could take a couple before I try approaching Sylvia.
You will get a reminder to check in with us in a few weeks.
Sure. I have to go. I'll see you later. Bye.
Oh, he's rushing. He's gone. Ta-ta.
Goodbye.
At least she did the goodbye instead of the goodbye from the guy earlier, you know? What? I only got a 2-star? What? Man, I thought I did well on that one. I don't know. I wasn't sure of the exact reason, but I decided to accept Ray's invitation to help bake cookies. She gave me directions to a house in Wallingford. At first, I was astonished by its size. Then I remembered her saying something about living communally with several roommates. That sounds like it would be nice, assuming everyone got along okay. As I enter the house, I hear Ray speaking with someone. Oh, it's so pretty.
Yes, I'm sure. No, when you moved out, you took all those with you. I haven't seen them here. No, I'm not gonna look right now. I have a guest. No, it's a friend from work. Why do you care about that? I can't have a friend from work over? Give me a break. I just told you I don't have any of that stuff anymore.
Or maybe she just went through a breakup.
You must have lost it on your own. Stop it. Stop that.
Oh, stop that.
Okay, fine. Bye. Evelyn, sorry about that.
It's okay. Who was that, if I can ask?
Oh, just my brother.
Oh, brother.
He used to live here, but he was causing a lot of problems, coming home really late and making noise, not doing his share of the chores, and so on. We voted him out last month, even me. even though 6 months ago I was begging everyone to let him stay here, promising he'd be good. Oh well.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'm just disappointed with him. Again, I really thought this last time that he'd actually pulled his act together. But he didn't. I wish I could do more for him.
You don't owe him
You
anything.
don't owe him anything.
I feel bad about it. Some of what he's dealing with is his own fault, sure, but not all of it. He's just not built in a way that's suited for this world. I wish there were better ways we could care for people like him. Instead, he just gets thrown out of every place he lives. His relationship with our parents is really bad, too. They aren't willing to try to understand him, so it all ends up going through me.
That must be difficult.
It's alright, really. I handle it like anyone else. We all have our own problems. Anyway, we don't have to talk about my brother. Thank you so much for coming over. I wanted to say it's been really nice working with you.
1 second.
Did something happen?
Well, no, but you aren't going to be a proxy forever, are you? I guess I assumed you'd be going back to your job at headquarters at some point.
Nope.
I doubt I will, actually.
Oh? So you're going to stay a proxy?
For the time being, at least.
That's cool, but why? I'm curious. I mean, if a high-level job at headquarters was a possibility for me, I'd do whatever it took to get it. No matter what that job was, it couldn't be more stressful than running 3 counseling centers at the same time.
I like being a proxy. I think something about it is good for me right now. As a proxy, I just sit and listen to someone and I don't have to say anything back. I just witness someone's sadness or fear or anger or anything, and I can feel how they feel, sympathize with it. It's a calm feeling, even when the client is worked up. I don't know, maybe it gives me perspective. I'm starting to wonder if I ever really spoke with anyone before. Like, anyone at all in my life? Were we all just talking past each other? Sorry, this is making no sense.
No, I get that. But you could also help even more people by working on Eliza itself, right? Not to mention make way more money. Anyone can be a proxy, but you're important. And kind of maybe like a genius? After you told me you used to work for Skanda, I searched online and found some of your papers. They're, well, it's not like I can understand them, but they sure look super impressive to someone like me.
Please don't say that.
Oh, come on. Stop self-deprecating all the time. Look, I know this stuff seems like not a big deal to you. I get it, I really do. It's easy to undersell your own skills. I've done that my whole life. So take it from me, you don't have to downplay yourself. Take some credit for the amazing work you did, seriously.
Oh, a message from Rainer. I guess I should respond.
Sorry, Ray. Mind if I reply to this for a second?
Oh, go right ahead. I have stuff to set up in the kitchen anyway.
What do you think? The data center? Yes, Eliza as it is now. I don't know what you expect me to see. It's big now, that's for sure. I remember when it used to run on my laptop. What you saw was just one of the server clusters we have dedicated to it. There are 2 more currently operating and another dozen in various stages of development. In total, it processes more information on a daily basis than anything else we do. I had no idea you'd be using it like this. If I did, I would have worried more about optimization. That wouldn't have been necessary. Most of the Eliza servers aren't running the therapy application. What do you mean? Consider the following. Eliza processes human speech from thousands, soon millions of people. All of that is going to its corpus. Much of it is information about life situations and emotional states, taking the form of stories people tell themselves and each other. I'm not following you. He's doing some sketchy business. It sounds like sketchy business. At some point, After robust language processing and emotional reasoning, you begin to get something akin to general intelligence. He's doing AI stuff with, well, isn't it already AI? Yes, I would call it human model artificial intelligence. The next step is to take the base provided by Eliza and finally build the one thing that eluded the field for AI for so long: general intelligence. A system capable not only of understanding commands and carrying out tasks, but reasoning about its world, learning and adapting. A thinking machine on par with human beings and of course eventually exceeding them. Are you saying human-style intelligence can't come from human beings? Replacement of humans by AIs? People tend to be unreliable and expensive, and I'm sure you know. The human brain is to think as a pack animal was to transport. Slow and weak, but for centuries our only choice. Now we're finally developing the equivalent of powered vehicles and thinking on a mass scale. At this point, it's only a matter of time. We're on the cusp of a fundamental shift. The important players here are quietly lining up their bets, positioning themselves to be at the center of this revolution. Luckily, Skanda has an advantage that others don't, and it's thanks to you. Because of Eliza's original purpose as a tool for therapy, its core is built around emotionally driven reasoning. My belief is that emotional reasoning is a key ingredient others in the field have overlooked. This is a bit aspirational. What's aspirational? What does aspirational mean? Aspirational meaning. Aspirational, relating or characterizing by aspiration or a strong desire for something. I wouldn't. I'm not sure what you're thinking of is possible. I just don't like. I'll just say this one. I'm not sure what you're thinking of is possible. It's ambitious, certainly. But we can't afford to progress in a small increments. Not with a world like this, not with the competitors we have. I don't know how you define intelligence. That's an excellent question, of course. This may sound odd to you, but I'll know I've successfully created a general artificial intelligence when I see it write a poem. A poem. Yes, it would have to be a good one, of course. Okay, I'm going to bed. Good night, Evelyn. I don't like this guy. I really don't. This house looks so cheerful and cozy. Everyone who lives here must really care about making it an inviting space. Ray seems to be a fan of plants. I think I get it. It's nice to have something to care for in a low-key way. Something to nurture. I like that poster. What does it say? Are they a band or something? I can't see what it says. But it's interesting. I was always bad at keeping up with new music. Right, continue. Ray returns from the kitchen, her hand caked with flour. Oh.
Sorry for abandoning our conversation like that. I just got something I really thought I should answer. It was kind of about what we were discussing earlier. There's someone at Skanda who really wants me to come back to my old job.
Who? It wasn't Rainer, was it?
Well,
no big deal. Just the CEO of Skanda texting you on your personal phone. Evelyn, you try to tell me you're not a big deal, and then Rainer Sai texts you personally at like 9 in the evening.
only because he wants something from me.
Still though, that's amazing. What did he say? I mean, you don't have to tell me if you can't. I know how Skanda is about secrets, so I would understand.
He was saying, among other things, he said you could use general artificial intelligence to write poetry.
Is that the kind of stuff he likes to talk about?
I don't know. I haven't had many extended conversations with him.
I don't like him.
Seemed kind of ridiculous to me.
I don't know if it's totally ridiculous. Poetry, well, most poetry that isn't free verse has certain patterns, right? It has form and meter and other elements depending on the type. A lot of people think poetry can be whatever, but doesn't quite work that way. So it's not really that far-fetched to think you could use some kind of software to approach it, or understand it, or maybe even create it. It doesn't strike me as antithetical to the spirit of poetry.
I didn't know you had such developed thoughts about this. Did you study poetry?
Not specifically. I used to dabble in a few different kinds of arts and ended up learning a few things here and there. I've always had a wide range of interests. Of course, that meant I never concentrated on one specific area in school, which didn't do a lot of good for my career prospects, obviously. If I were smarter, I probably would have studied something more technical.
I want to tell Ray that the kind of choice has very little to do with being smart, but I have the feeling she wouldn't believe
Have
me.
you ever been to a college recruiting fair for engineering and computer science grads? You must have, right? I helped run the Skanda booth for one once, and it blew my mind. They took over the atrium of the building it was in. There were demo stations, free food, Skanda t-shirts and swag. If a candidate seemed interested, they'd talk about flying them out to whatever Skanda office they wanted to visit, just to see it. And all the other tech companies and a bunch of startups I'd never heard of had booths just like it too. I couldn't even imagine being that wanted as a potential employee. Every job I've ever applied for, I've been one among hundreds or thousands. So yeah, my parents were probably right. I should have done computer science.
At least now you know Raynor likes poetry. Maybe you could have a conversation with him about it sometime. Then he'd learn who you are.
I doubt we'd have much to talk about. There's a pretty big difference between someone like him studying poetry and someone like me having opinions about it. Sometimes it's better not to cross that line, you know? He's part of a different world.
Ray pauses to regard me for a moment.
Say, Evelyn, are you in a relationship? I'm just curious.
So Ray likes Raynor. That's the vibe that I'm getting. But like it's a one-sided thing.
Me? No. I wasn't doing so well for the past few years. And before that, I just never had the time. It was just research and science and work, and then I woke up one day and I was in my 30s. Even if I wanted to date, I wouldn't know the first thing about how it's supposed to work. I wouldn't even know how to tell if someone were interested in me.
Yeah, that's perfectly understandable. I'm kind of over relationships myself, like on a conceptual level.
Okay.
Not even in a sad way, like really okay. If someone and
I thought she was interested in Raynor.
Great, but I'm honestly okay by myself.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, I only tried to have normal relationships for so long because I thought it was mandatory, something expected of me. But now I see where people my age end up, how they live, and I feel lucky. I feel like I escaped. I mean, I think it's fine for others if they want that, don't get me wrong. It's just not for me. I could maybe share my life with someone, but it would have to be platonic. I'm not into, the physical aspect of it. Never have been. That's made it tough. I've never found someone who is okay with just like hanging out and that's our relationship. People will say they're okay with it and then it turns out they aren't. It's frustrating.
Let's see. There are some relationships like that though. Whatever relationship works for you, okay, I'll be this way.
Whatever relationship works for you.
I was brought up with some really strong ideas about, you know, finding a man and starting a family. So it took me a while to understand I could be different. Sometimes it's hard to escape feeling like it's wrong somehow. I hope we can add features like that to Eliza at some point. Some knowledge and understanding around sexuality and identity and relationships. So people who are different in some way have someone to talk to, someone to help them work through how they feel and maybe point them to some resources.
Sounds like a good idea.
Sounds like a good idea. I'm not sure how well it could really understand though.
Even so, just providing a space for people to be listened to can be really valuable, you know? I've seen it with my own eyes. People who get the courage to talk about themselves in a way they never could with another human being. And Eliza is what makes that possible. I know you want to avoid giving credit where it might not be due, but not giving credit to something that deserves it is just as bad.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. I'm sorry I keep coming down on it.
Evelyn, I'm not a psychologist or anything, but I think maybe the reason you're so down on Eliza is because you're down on yourself. I don't know what happened that made you leave what you had behind, but it must have been hard.
Yeah, it was hard. It's like I lost that time.
Are you okay?
People keep asking me that. I really don't know. I'm sorry,
No, don't apologize. Actually, can I suggest something?
What's that?
Have you ever gotten counseling yourself?
What, with Eliza? You think I should?
Yeah, I do. You've been the proxy, but maybe you could try being the client sometime. It would be educational, at least. Isn't that what you were doing? Testing your product in the real world?
Maybe.
Just something to consider.
Like, after knowing what Rainer wants to do with it, I kind of don't want to add myself or like Evelyn into it as like a data thing, you know? It's just kind of worrisome.
Speaking of therapeutic activities, it's time to do some baking.
Baking!
I've got the dough all set out downstairs. We're going to do 3 batches tonight, 3 different kinds.
3 kinds? You're really outdoing yourself, Ray.
Nah, this is nothing. Oh, I have a favor to ask, by the way. Next time you talk to Rainer, ask him what his favorite type of candy is.
Sure. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to click the subscribe and notification buttons for any future videos. Bye!